guys, what you'll be needing for this tutorial is a ruler, a pencil, some tacky glue, turbo tacky glue, or crazy glue, whatever is more efficient for you, scissors, and needle and thread. And I think that's it. Oh, and tape. Tape to mark your place if you need to when you're measuring. Other than that, I think that'll be all. And then you're going to need the cover paper, choosing of your choice. I'm using Strahmore watercolor paper. And then the inner paper, I'm using Cason mixed media paper for the inside. Yep, and needle and thread. I'm using a curved needle because the watercolor paper is pretty thick. Now you're gonna take out your watercolor paper and measure it and get out your ruler. You're gonna have to have 4 sets. So if you wanna do it one by one, you do 1 page at a time. But first you wanna fold them all in half since they're gonna be double-sided. And after having a wonderful and tedious time folding 38 pages of paper, you're going to want to take out your cover paper and place a sheet of the folded paper in the middle and measure out about 1 inch from each corner with your ruler and mark it so you don't lose your place. Then you're going to place your inner paper on the inside of the folded watercolor paper, and you're going to mark 3 dots. One about a few inches from the top of the square you just made, and then one directly in the middle. After you do that, you're going to do the same thing for your inner paper. We're just going to call it inner paper now. Your inner paper. And I slowed this part down so it'll be a little bit easier to follow. You're going to thread your needle and get your thread, and you're going to come up through the bottom of the watercolor paper. And then after you do that, you're going to go directly through the middle of your inner paper as well. And after going through the middle hole of each piece of paper, you're going to go down to the bottom and then back up through your middle hole. Again, make sure not to poke a second hole. You have to go directly through the same hole you did the first time. And then once you come out of the second hole, then bump your head on your camera. You're gonna want to go back through the middle and then up through the top hole and then back down, and repeat that process a few times. You can do it the hard way and do it page by page, or you can skip ahead and I'll show you that in a bit and do multiple pages at once to save yourself some time that you'll never get back. And you can just take like 4 signatures or pieces of paper at once and go through all of them and thread it that way. I usually do it that way because after my first sketchbook I realized that it's a very long and tedious process and I should probably find a way to be lazy but still efficient with it. So I did that, and if you want to like stay on the safe side and do it one by one, I recommend from the start making your thread extremely long. You should measure it out at least like 4 or 6 times the height of your paper, and it should be enough to do it depending on how much paper you have and how thick your paper is. So you just want to keep that process middle down, middle up, middle down, middle up. And yeah, I'll show the sped up version so you don't have to watch me do this forever. But if you do it one by one, I recommend going middle down, middle up a few times to secure each page. Good, I guess. But yeah, I'm going to show the speed up version so I won't bore you guys enough, and I'll be back with more directions. So tutorial journey is back. Yeah, with more directions. This is just me doing it 4 pages at a time. I'm collecting them all together, and I'm matching up the middle line with the lines that are already there to match up with the holes. And make sure because when you fold it, if the paper is too thick, it may like get uneven on the end. So just make sure when you're going through it, don't do it folded, and do it flat out so you don't get uneven pages. And I'm just going to keep speeding up this process because I'm sure you get the dealio, and if not, I'll gladly answer questions and I'll be back with more directions. So yeah. If you come to a point where your thread isn't long enough to continue, you can get your crazy glue, cut your thread while you're at the back, and just glue it down so it doesn't get in the way or cause any trouble, but just don't glue over the holes. Now, since I'm here, I guess I'll just show the process one more time. Get 4 pages, open them up flat, go up through the middle hole, and this is the final process. I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, I added a little strap to keep it closed since I'm mostly going to use it for watercolor, and it's going to get pretty thick. There are 38 pages in total, and I curved the pages on the outside. And I may do a video of me decorating it as soon as I figure out what I'm going to put on it. Hope you enjoy and keep following your artistic journey. Bye!